You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
Why you gotta take it there?
Retake. This isn't gonna work.
We're not talking about any integrity.
We are trying to exploit a generation.
Ever tell you about that time when I paid for Chinese food with the DVD? The grease is the gravy.
You guys played footsie under the table.
No, yes, that's irrelevant. I can smell Pepto-Bismol from here. It tastes like an antacid tablet. Why are there so many Draculas everywhere? No, there's vampires everywhere.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 211. I'm your host, Jonbro, joined by my luscious co-host,
Adam Ham.
That's right. I remembered an adjective for you today.
Great.
Luscious. Is that good?
It's sure. It's
What's wrong?
goodish.
What's
It's
wrong?
good enough.
I'm giving you the gift. You're unwrapped it, and you're like, this is nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what you're saying?
Basically.
You appreciate it, but it's not what you wanted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It's fair. I see you, and I hear you,
No.
and I'll try and do better. Is that okay?
Yeah. Did you watch like Avatar recently or something?
Mm-hmm. No, that's Adam. I've been taking couples counseling for us.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yep, just me there.
Mm-hmm.
I've never invited you. I just wanted to play, go through it myself. So I just wanted. I want to let you know that I see you and I hear you, Adam,
Yeah.
and I appreciate your input.
Well, thank you.
Well, you're welcome. All right. What a week, huh?
Yeah. We can.
I know Adam had a huge week this week.
I wouldn't say that.
A lot going on.
Not particularly.
What was this family thing that happened last night so we couldn't record?
We just hung out.
Oh, okay.
Family.
That's exciting.
Was a get together.
Okay.
Yeah. There was food and such.
It's good, Adam. This is the way that you tell the tale to the listeners.
It wasn't super exciting. We
You have
had
to like
lasagna.
see, that's interesting.
Okay. We also
Lasagna?
had garlic bread and
Oh.
breadsticks.
That's too much bread, I'd say.
It's a lot of bread, but sometimes we
That
want
is a
bread.
lot of wheat products.
Mm.
Well, that's what I always think when I have Italian food, because it's like, let's eat some pasta and a bunch of bread to go with this pasta. You know what I mean? It's like so much, so many carbs. You know,
Mm-hmm.
You know me. I'm a carbaholic. I'm addicted to carbahol.
Yeah.
Actually, alcohol is basically carbahol
Mm-hmm.
because it's all carbs. So that's your science tip of the week. John patented. Adam, so that's it. That's the only thing that happened to you this week?
Pretty much, other than playing Broforce.
We can talk about Broforce.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been playing that multiplayer?
Mm-hmm.
Single screen co-op?
Yeah.
How's that? How's that work? So can you explain what Broforce is to the uninitiated?
It's like a side-scrolling shooter, but all the characters are parodies of 1980s action movies.
That's correct. Well, not all 80s, but
Yeah,
action
that's-
movies.
Yeah.
80s to mid 90s, basically.
Pretty
Because
much.
there's Bro Dread or whatever. What's his name?
Yeah, Bro Dread.
Okay. Yeah, there's the Brominator,
Indiana Brones.
Brobocop.
The Broad.
Indiana Brones
Braid.
sucks.
No, he's awesome.
I hate Indiana Brones.
Because he can get around, because he can actually use his whip to get up to places and stuff.
Yeah, but you don't need to do that as often as you just blow everything up. I don't know. That's the
And
way
his
I
special,
play.
his gun special is amazing.
Yes, that is true.
You get 6 of them.
Okay, awesome. My favorite. Well, anyway, so what happens in this game? So it's a side-scrolling shooter.
Yeah, basically,
What makes it unique?
you basically, the way the game works, go through these different levels, and depending on what the level is, you're fighting either like terrorists and mercenaries.
Uh-huh.
But then eventually those guys are killed mostly by alien xenomorphs from the movie Aliens. And then you kind of destroy the alien invasion, but at the same time a portal to hell opens up. So you gotta go in, fight Satan and shit.
Sounds pretty chill, bro.
Definitely.
Well, that sounds cool. What's Adam? Be the expert in this game. What is unique about it? I don't know. What makes it interesting? What makes you want to play it?
It's one hit kills you.
Yeah.
So it's pretty lethal. The levels are really cool. They're well designed, very vertical, because everything is destructible, other than like checkpoints.
Yeah, we're
have,
talking
metal platforms.
Yeah, we're talking like full destructibility of environments here.
Yes, destructibility of people's bodies, walls, buildings,
Yes.
tanks.
Yep.
Gun emplacements. They all
Everything
break
blows
and
up.
then break down, blow up. Yeah.
One thing I really like about this game is the art style is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of got a retro pixel art style, but it's very detailed and just good. I don't know. There's like a nice chunky look to everything, which I really like. But I like just like the gameplay. Like it is fast, and the kind of the way that it works, at least in the single player that I played, is you rescue other bros that are like in little jail cells, and those are basically extra lives. And when you rescue a bro, it randomly selects a bro type that you rescue, and you turn into that guy. So, like, each different bro character, like, there's a MacGyver bro, Brogyver. What? McBrover. He just throws bombs. And then his special is a turkey bomb. This is a giant
people.
cooked turkey. Yeah, it's very much like a Left 4 Dead style, like Thumper or whatever the heck that is in Left 4 Dead, that attracts all the zombies and then blows up once everything crowds around it. I caused my game frame rate to go about 8 frames per second with that thing, because there was a level where like 5 or 6 trucks had pulled up in a little area, and I just popped my head out as McBrover and threw the little turkey thing, and like seriously like 20 or 30 guys crowded around it, and it blew up, and just frame rate went like 8 frames a second. It was insane. Slow motion explosion, because this game has some crazy like pixel kind of physics and stuff in it. So like when you blow people up, they break into like 20 chunks that fly around and splatter blood everywhere, and I don't know. It's just fun, as far as I remember.
It's a great game. It's really easy to get lost and just play forever and ever.
Oh, I know, because like the levels are fast. The respawns are fast. If you fail a level, you just restart and like immediately. So there's no real like penalty other than just having to redo the whole level. And levels are short. You know, they're not super duper long. So I don't know. I feel like it's a really good platformer. I kind of wish you could shoot up.
Yeah, or anything other than forward.
You can only shoot left or right, basically. So, I mean, with the destructible environment, the ability to shoot down would be pretty devastating for people, because you'd end up screwing yourself over a lot, I think. Yeah, I don't know. So it's got a really good style to it, which I also appreciate. I think it's trying a little bit too hard, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. But it's fun at the very least. It's pretty light, and the combat's fun. I could see it being really awesome multiplayer co-op. And how does that work? Does the screen split, or do you have to stay on the same screen?
Screen splits.
Okay. So you can be in different parts of the level, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, basically.
Uh-huh. And there's online multiplayer too, I saw, but I haven't tried any of that. Just looking through the whole thing. And there's how many bros are there to unlock? I feel like I've unlocked quite a
Oh
few.
man, yeah, I don't know the exact number, but something like 40-ish.
Jesus, I think I might have like 10
Oh man,
or
no,
12 unlocked.
There's a ton.
Snake bro skin.
Yep.
There's
Got
bro hard.
Brohard. Got Brohard.
Yeah, of course.
There's Broheart as well.
Who's bro heart?
Braveheart.
Oh, I don't have bro heart. I have Blade Bro or whatever he is. Broad, maybe.
Braid. No, Braid. But Broad is the bride from Kill Bill.
What? Wait, what did you say?
The Broad is the character of the bride from Kill Bill.
Oh, really? This is another one.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's kind of one of the cool things about it, though, is it does seem like the unlockables are kind of fun in that way. Oh, it's cool. I didn't know anything about the way that the story progressed like that, where the enemy types change significantly as the story progresses. That sounds really cool. Kind of a fun way to change things up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to playing more of that. I might have to try it with Lauren. It can be it's frustrating though, because that one hit kill is real punishing sometimes. Like especially if you're fighting a lot of guys, and you can't, with the massive explosions going on, you can't see the bullets all the time. Or at least that was my thought. Although maybe I just suck at the game. Anyway, did you finish it, or how far did you get? Hey Adam, what's up? You
Hey.
decided to join us again?
I did.
Yeah. You disconnected.
My internet took a shit.
All right. Do you want to put yourself in studio there, pal?
Just did.
All right. What was the last thing you heard me talking about? Because I went off on a bit of a rant there.
Something about. Was it about the difficulty of it?
Yeah. I'm just saying. How does that work in multiplayer? Because the game seems hectic enough when I'm blowing everything up on screen
Yeah.
to be able to see bullets, but when you have two people just blowing everything up,
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
It does get a little bit hectic just because. Usually it's because somebody has exploded something that has
Causing
on.
a chain reaction of
Yes.
explosions.
Or causing a chain reaction that ends in your death.
Yes, that does happen quite a bit.
Or like does something that like makes the structure of the level not quite right, and then like rocks fall on your head.
Yes.
Any of those things can happen and do often.
Yeah.
But I mean, the nice thing is there's basically like POWs strewn throughout.
Yeah, throughout the whole level.
Having the people will basically give your partner a new bro to work with.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of little extra lives strewn throughout the level, so it isn't too bad. But yeah, this is the free game of the month last month, right? On Xbox?
Yeah, March.
Or PS4?
PS Plus PS4 game for March.
Yeah.
Is, Broforce.
So it was free. And Galaxy, which I haven't gotten a chance to play yet.
I played a teensy bit of it. It's not really my thing. But I love Broforce.
Yeah.
I already beaten the campaign on normal.
Yeah.
And are playing it on hard.
Wow. That's exciting. I'm gonna have to play some more of that because I just played a little, like maybe an hour of it today, and I really enjoyed it because I was like sitting at my PS4 being like, what do I want to crack into here? Because
Yeah.
last night I played a demo of sorts that we can talk about. But today
Yes.
I was sitting down and I was like, I don't know, I need something for like, I don't know, a half hour to an hour while my food was cooking. So I was just like, all right, let's play Broforce. And I played a bunch of it, and I thought I was going to hate it. Because I think I always felt it was trying too hard, but I guess the core gameplay is fun enough, though, because I need the destructible environments. It's difficult to, like, put that into words enough. Just the fact that you're on a map, and you have to get, like, from one end to the other, and it's just like, I'm just going to blow a hole in this wall to get to that underground cavern over there and walk that way rather than, going through all this stuff. So it feels really open-ended in that, too, which I really appreciate.
And you feel, like, really smart when in a level where there's just, like, constant artillery bombardment.
Yeah.
And you can just actually, like, dig underneath
the
ground. It's totally doable and, totally within the way the game is played. But it feels good to do stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Solve problems.
I appreciate that in that game, and it's fun. So, do you want to give a tentative rating for this game on the patented? Yeah, because you played a lot. You beat it on normal, so you know it.
I would say it's like I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah,
I'm almost tempted to give it a 5 because it's super, replayable, tons of fun, great with co-op.
Great co-op game from what it
But
seems.
I do think it loses something if you're playing single player. And there's a lot of stuff. There's a ton of bros in it, but it'd still be cool if there were more.
Yeah, I know. It seemed like the unlockables, there's not a lot to keep you coming back other than just the gameplay.
Yeah, and the people. But there are a ton of people, but I don't know, man. It is really addictive to like rescue so many more guys to the next one.
Yep.
And also, I know it's part of the gameplay that you're dropped in with a random person, and any guys that you save and switch to are random from the people you've unlocked. And that's just kind of the way it is. And that's a good way to play the game. I do wish after you've beaten the game or something, there was some kind of option where you could maybe either just select the person you want to be, or have the pool of people and just whittle it down to the ones that you like, so it would just select from those randomly.
Yeah, sometimes you get a bro that you're not very keen on their attack abilities, and you're like,
yeah. And the thing is, they've done actually, in the most part, an amazing job of balancing the bros to where they all have.
I think they're all fun to play. They're
all fun to play, and they all have their own strengths and weaknesses. Some have amazing special attacks and not so great regular attacks, or get a lot of special attacks, or have a really amazing one that you only get 1 or 2 of, and different kinds of rates of fire and various power to their main attack.
There's a couple that the Terminate Bro is
my god,
Brominator, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
he has a chain gun that actually propels you backwards at an exponential rate. So if you just hold it for a while, you shoot back really fast.
I hate him.
Which can be used to great effect to travel across
absolutely
big chasms, but
and you can actually build up speed too a little bit by going back and forth. You can all that's begging for trouble. But,
no, totally. Because in a game where one bullet kills you, zipping around fast is just spelling out trouble.
Yeah.
Anyway, I really don't like B.A. Barocus.
Oh, what? B.A. Barocus?
The flamethrower is not... I'm not digging it. It's too short range for me.
You know what? It is kind of short range in a longer range game, but that motherfucker packs a punch.
Yeah, there's just so many explosive barrels that, especially the red ones, explode as soon as they get hit by a bullet. So if your flame touches a little bit, you're just dead.
Yeah, watch out for that.
Yeah.
But his stuff is really good. And he also burns stuff below too, so you can kind of dig really easily.
Got it.
And his special is like a firebomb. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I like the Walker Texas Bro Ranger one with the airstrike that he does.
Brodell Walker, yeah.
Brodell Walker, there it is. But he does an airstrike, which is devastating against bosses or huge groups of things.
He does, and his regular attack is a pretty powerful shotgun.
Yeah, I think he's up there for me.
He's
I like
really
the
good.
Rambo a lot. Rambro. He's pretty good.
I don't like Rambro so much, but I do love Bromando.
Oh, Bromando is incredible. His regular shot is just rocket launcher.
It is.
It just blows everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His special is like a flurry of rocket launches.
Yes, yeah. So
It's pretty good.
that sounds like a really fun co-op multiplayer game. So
It is.
I dig it. I think a 4 out of 5 would probably be where I put it too. I'd have to play it a lot more, but
yeah.
it's
cool. There's
it's just missing a couple things. I think
there's melee guys in it too. Like
the melee guys are
Braid
good.
and Road, and they are good. Yeah, because they can deflect bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Back,
Yeah,
in
the
fact,
blade
even.
guy is awesome.
And and some of their moves are like invincible. Like his dash makes him invincible, and hers, she has more of them, and they like make people explode, and they recharge if you miss.
Who is this? Oh,
The
Bro.
Broad. Yeah.
Oh, so she is a katana.
Yes.
Oh
And
my
it's
god,
pretty
I gotta
awesome.
unlock that character because that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it
digging
is.
Is there what? Who?
The Brolander.
Oh yeah.
He's the Highlander, and it's like Connor McLeod. And he has no special until he kills people.
Got
and his
it.
sword attacks automatically like behead mooks. So
Nice.
like after he like beheads a couple people,
Excuse
he
me, what did
charges
you
his
say?
special. Huh?
What did you say there?
Mooks.
Oh, that
That's
sounds like a
in-game-
racist term.
It does, but that's actually what they call them in the game.
Okay.
Like the regular just guys that you're destroying.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, like after you take off a few heads, his charges up, and then you hit like the O, and it's the quickening, and it's like electricity flying everywhere, and it's amazing.
Huh. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Is there Imperator Fury Brosa in this?
Not yet,
That should
because
some
this was
DLC.
made. Yeah,
Get some more
made
stuff
before
in there.
that. Actually, I think they do have. I don't know if it's like a DLC or if it's like a separate game, but I think there's an Expendabros.
Oh,
That
yeah,
is
yeah,
all
yeah.
of the Expendables guys.
Yeah.
I haven't played any of that, but I'm interested because I do love Broforce.
Broforce.
And it's got an interesting sense of humor too, because I don't know, but I think the funniest thing I've seen in the game. There's one part in one of the levels where you come up and it's what you think is gonna be like a little boss entering the field cutscene, but it shows this guy, like zooms in on this guy who's like one of the like kamikaze type attacks. He has like a dynamite vest or something, and like runs towards you and blows up.
Yep.
And it zooms in on him, and then it goes to like cut scene, like comic book style of like him like young as a kid wearing like a mask and a explosive vest, and like him growing up, and like the entire time he's wearing the vest and mask, and like it's him like growing up, and he like finds a girlfriend and gets married, and like has a kid, and it's like him like holding this baby, and then like that all flashes to white, and he like starts like running off this cliff and jumps and explodes towards you. And it like doesn't even like hit you or go near you. It's just like his entire life like summed up. And he just runs and jumps and blows up and does like no damage. It's amazing.
Oh, anyway, I'm digging that game, so
It's really good.
I'm excited to play some more of that. So, yep. All right, so we got to move on. We got lots to talk about. Broforce is fun. Before we get to my other demo that Adam played, I got to tease something that I did over the weekend. As I watched the Counterstrike Go finals, the $1 Million tournament. The team that I wanted to win won. Luminosity, the Brazilian team.
Oh yeah.
The American teams made a deep run in the majors. Actually, there were 2 American teams actually in the quarterfinals, which is kind of a first. So the North American teams have been getting a lot stronger. Although the North American Team Liquid was only really bolstered by the recent addition of a God, what's his damn name? Simple. He is from Ukraine, the Ukraine. So he's new to the team. So yeah. So yeah, the American team is only good because their best player they just imported. Not their best player, but one of their better players they just imported is from the Ukraine. Adam, you want to feel old?
Not really, but go for it.
He was born in 1997.
Oh my, what?
Yeah, and so that's it.
He's like 21. Jeez.
He's 18 to do your math there, but.
Huh. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's
18
real.
turning 19.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. He's an opper. The op is the person. Opper is the person who's the op. AWP, which is the sniper rifle, the one-shot kill sniper rifle. They're basically the most twitchy of the twitch shooters because you basically have one shot and then a really long reload as it's a bolt action. So you basically have to be able to do that. I don't know if you played a lot of first-person shooters. I know I played a ton, and it's funny too because it's called the flick shot. Have you heard of the term flick shot?
No, not really.
Okay, so the flick shot is like a thing. Flick shot. Boy, is there somebody? Is there? I was just looking to see if there's like a video on how flick shots work. So flick shot is basically where you know how it's like muscle memory, basically, where you just you have the mouse right. And you have the same mouse sensitivity and you get really used to it. And the idea is that you just slide the mouse and click while you're sliding it, like a flick with the mouse, because that'll slide the cursor over. And since Counter-Strike Go is a hit scan game, which means there's no bullet physics or anything, it's just you're aimed at somebody, it hits them. Yeah, especially with the sniper rifle, since they are super accurate with the scope. So yeah, it's just basically you flick it quick. So if you watch someone do a flick shot, you'll just see their aim just zip over to the corner and then like fire, and you just call it kind of all one giant fluid motion. I don't know how to call it, like a stroke, where you just slide your hand across and click while you're sliding, and you hit someone. It's like I don't even know how to describe it, but I know because after watching this, I played a bunch of it online, and I was practicing some sniping against some bots, and I noticed myself doing the flick shot without even thinking about it. So it's just kind of one of those things that you just learn how to do, because it looks like hacking when you see video of people doing it, because you're just basically like shooting someone while just constantly moving your aim across. I don't even know how to describe it. You'll have to see it. Anyway, that's flick shot. Team LG won. The Americans had a good showing, and it was an overall good weekend. The team that had won the last 6 giant tournaments in a row got knocked out even before the playoffs. So by the American team, no less. So it was pretty much dominance for the Western, both North and South America, Counter-Strike. So, yep. And one thing you learn when you watch these esports things is the production values are fucking intense. These things are put together so well. They got 2 commentators. They're just way into it. You feel like you're watching just, I don't know, sports or Spanish soccer with just the announcers just flipping out when anything happens. It's that's some awesome shit. And it really gets you into it because just the quality is so good with that, with the streaming. So big ups to MLG for their awesome show they put on. All right. But then I bought a bunch of shit again. I just keep buying Counter-Strike weapons. This is bad. People talk about buying Dota stuff, It's the same thing here. I just buy a lot of guns, I like guns. You get cool gun skins. I recently bought a sticker pack. Well, I guess once a week you can buy sticker capsules that have stickers you can put on your guns. And I got a hollow foil unicorn sticker that I sold for $3. and I paid $1 to get the capsule, so I just made $2 on Steam that I could use to spend on other stuff. You know what I mean? If I wanted to buy other games, I could, but I just keep buying more Counter-Strike gear. It's a never-ending wheel of John buying weapons, but I don't know. There's something addictive about it. You know what I mean? It's like buying card packs. You know, you get that foil card, and you lose your mind.
Well, yeah, and the levels can go pretty quickly, either whether you're doing good or dying a lot, and it's easy to get that and everything loads fast. It's easy to get that one more time mentality. It's like, oh, I'll just do one more run. One more run. You know? Over and over again.
With what?
Over and over again. Just, telling yourself one more run and then continuing on.
Yes. But I mean, like, I don't know, the money goes fast when you're buying weapons in Counter-Strike. I mean, it is addictive to keep opening the packs, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to stop myself every once in a while and be like, $5 doesn't seem like a lot to throw in there to buy a couple things, but do that 4 or 5 times a week and it starts to add up. I don't know. Yeah. So that's my Counter-Strike story. I also played Miitomo. Have you tried any of that?
No, I've been meaning to because I saw you posting about it. It looks like some kind of Mii thing, like for Wii U or...
Nope, for Nintendo. It's for your phone. It's a Nintendo social networking service, basically.
Really?
Yes. You make your little Mii guy. You can buy clothes for him, earn like tokens to unlock mini games that unlock clothing, or you can buy clothing with in-game currency. But the whole crux of the game is basically you make your little Mii guy. You can take a photo of your face and it'll generate it for you, and then you can touch it up. And then you basically just are there to answer questions about, like, what did you do for dinner last night, or what's your favorite movie, and all this stuff. And then all your friends can see your answers to that, and then they'll answer those questions. So it's just kind of like a group polling thing where you can just find out, like, oh, I didn't know you liked that movie. I like it too. Yeah, I don't know, stuff like that. Anyway, that's the fun. But the real fun is the Mi Photo app. I don't know if you've seen these in social media, but just people's like little Miis, and you can basically take a photo and then plant your Mii on it and put a bunch of stickers all over it and do like really funny images. I don't know. That's the best part of it. It's pretty sparse, I would say, right now, as an app for the amount of stuff you can do with it.
Okay.
Now another app, I actually don't have it on here, but did you see the Yokai Wibwob app? Yokai Watch Wibwobs?
I did not.
Okay, you're going to look that up, Adam, if you're into Yokai Watch.
Okay.
Yokai Watch Wibwob app is basically Puzzle and Dragons, but with Yokai Watch stuff. So you have like Wibwobs, which are like little bubble men, little bubbles, and they're in like a big circular thing, and you link them together to make them bigger, and then you pop them. And so rather than like a match 3, like a Puzzle and Dragons is, it's a different type of puzzle. The idea is the same: is you link them up to do damage, and I don't know. That game is polished as all hell, though. It does not feel like a free game, and it looks good. Art style's good. Caught me a Hung Gramps. You got a Hung Gramps?
I do not.
Oh, Adam, you got to get yourself a Hung Gramps. All he wants is a rice ball.
Yeah, I got... Wait, maybe I do have a Hung Gramps.
He looks like an old man.
Yeah, I know.
And he's always hungry. Anyway. Yeah, so I played that too. Miitomo. It's fun. It's free, you know what I mean? And it links up to your My Nintendo account, which I guess is the replacement for the Club Nintendo.
Okay.
And you can earn points in that to unlock stuff in My Nintendo. So it's a way to build up My Nintendo Platinum currency for unlocking shit. I don't really know what that's going to be used for, but whatever. But let's talk about the Platinum demo.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
We talked about this a little bit last week, so let's get right into the news, I guess. While we were recording, they had their giant Square Enix Final Fantasy 15 press conference. They announced the release date is September 30th of the full game. This game has been in development for how many years, Adam?
10?
10 years. They started working on this in 2006. And of course, it has changed consoles, and teams have like been fired. People have probably committed seppuku. I don't know how Japanese business works, but doesn't that happen, Adam, in Japan?
Not very often.
But it could. It's possible.
Theoretically.
Well, there you go. So that could have happened. Let me tant that.
Honestly, most people don't even have swords in Japan.
Is that really? Did you just say that, Adam?
I did.
Honestly, people don't have swords in Japan. Okay, cool. I'm saying they would just kill themselves. You don't have to. I guess seppuku probably in is seppuku does it involve the sword, or does seppuku just mean ritual suicide? Adam,
seppuku means, I can't remember exactly what seppuku means, but like harakiri is belly slicing.
Seppuku is stomach cutting. Harakiri is cutting the belly. They both mean the same thing. Ritual suicide by disembowelment. So, but you just need a knife to do that, though. You could use a fucking kitchen knife.
You could. I don't know. With all the code I went through earlier, it seems kind of weird to just use a kitchen knife then.
What did you say?
I don't know. With all the stuff you go through, it seems weird to just... Wait. I don't know what I'm saying.
What?
I completely lost track of what I was saying.
Yeah, you were just kind of going on there for a while.
Sorry.
Where
right? Was I?
We were talking about seppuku.
Yes.
And I said you could just use a kitchen knife, and then you trailed off into insanity for a second.
I did.
I don't know what happened there.
No, I was saying, like, with seppuku, if you're going through all the trouble to do that ritual suicide, you want to use something like a real sword, a real...
Well, they use a tanto.
Yeah, like, at least, like...
A small sword. I mean, you're not going to be able to put a fucking entire katana in your stomach.
Well...
It's got to be a short one.
Yeah, I mean...
That sounds like the absolute worst way to kill yourself.
That's kind of the idea.
It's a gut, which is the most painful place to be cut.
Well, that's part of the reason why that's part of the process, is to prove that you know, are a badass as you die.
This is the absolute... Japan has some of the worst, like, shit in the history.
But the thing is, in a proper seppuku ceremony... You're
being decapitated.
Yes, your aide is there to decapitate you.
You disembowel yourself, and then they decapitate you immediately. So you might have a short amount of the pain from the cut, and then you've proven your loyalty and honor, and then they decapitate you.
Unless you did something like really terrible.
Yes.
Yeah, and you wanted to suffer. Atone more. Crazy shit.
Yeah. That's weird.
Won't find me doing it.
No, not me either.
I don't like...
It's ghastly.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say. It's like the Pokemon.
Yeah, it's like the Pokemon Ghastly.
Well, is it Ghastly? Is that the name?
That's his name, yeah.
Man, what about Cubone?
He evolves into Haunter and then Gengar.
Yeah. Dude, Gengar is awesome.
Gengar is pretty awesome.
Adam, you want me to tell you about Cubone?
Yes, please.
Cubone.
I love Pokemon.
Cubone.
He's got the face like Fang, right?
Yes. Well, no, he's got a skull on his head.
Right. His mother's.
Yes. Yes. Cubone is the lonely Pokemon. It avoids social... It is apparently traumatized by the death of its mother. Cubone will often weep at night in mourning of its mother, and the Cubone cries the skull it wears on its head vibrates and emits a plaintive and mournful sound. On the night of a full moon, the cries are said to be especially terrible. Terrible. Terrabone. Terrible. Cubone
That sounds like a
seems
Pokemon pun.
fucking Cubone is Terrabone. That's what he is. Cubone seems to recognize its mother in the moon, and so it howls with a particular sadness. It lives in rocky areas, usually on mountains or in caves. It also once inhabited the Pokemon trainer or tower in Lavender Town where deceased Pokemon were buried and mourned. Adam, does that mean that every single Cubone's mother has to die for it to be a Cubone?
Oh yeah. It's like, you know.
So you're saying that the Cubone pops out a baby and then commits seppuku?
Yeah, it's like Black Widow spiders when they're done
well, that's
mating,
the sex.
Yeah.
The man bangs and that. But there are spiders or other bug species where they give up their body to be devoured by their young.
Exactly. Same thing.
And that's what Cubone did. He ate his mom and kept the bones.
And wore her skull as a face.
Who the fuck wrote this in a children's game?
A serial killer.
I guess. I mean, Jesus. It's wearing the bones of its dead mother.
Hey, Bob, we need a background story for this Cubone Pokemon. What can you come up with?
This is in this dark cubicle.
Yeah, write me a couple paragraphs.
I got it, boss.
Yeah, how's that coming?
It's delicious.
Well, I'm really looking for delicious, Bob. Just looking for a Pokemon description.
You'll like it. It's deep. It's fucking weird. Cubone is gross. I don't like Cubone.
Cubone is adorable.
It is adorable. That's the sad part. He's adorable.
Yeah.
But his dead mother's head is on it. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's some fucking, like...
And it, fuses with him when he evolves.
Yeah, Marowak, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck. I don't like that at all. Where's Marowak? I want to see what Marowak looks like. Oh, yeah, the skull, fuses into its head.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. Yeah, so what is Marowak? Spike looking on its tail, on its stomach. Okay, I can tell what it looks like. I have goddamn eyes description.
It's okay.
2 small claws serve as its thumbs. Its head is composed of the skull it once wore as a mask. So when it evolves, the skull fuses into its body. It can no longer remove the skull and is now a direct body part. Its jaw is composed of bone, and its nostrils are located on the nose of the skull. Man, that's fucked up. But upon evolution, Adam, Marowak has overcome the grief of its mother's passing. Now, ferocious and violent, Marowak is an adept combatant and uses the bone it carries as a weapon and a boomerang. Marowak have also been recorded pounding on boulders with the bone club it carries in order to tap out messages to others. So basically, you'll give out, they get over it. You know what I mean? Itgetsbetter.org.
Yeah.
For Marowaks. So that's good to hear, you know? I'm glad they're able to get past it.
Yeah, me too.
Adam, how many fucking Pokemon animes are there? I'm just looking at the Bulbapedia.
There are 19 seasons of the original Pokemon.
Jesus!
But they call it different things. Different seasons are called...
The Kantos. Johto. Kanto.
The original Kanto region
Hone.
is the Indigo League.
Uh-huh.
Then, there's fucking... Yeah, Johto and Ho-Oh and...
Hoenn. Hoenn. And Kalos.
Yeah. Sorry, Ho-Oh is a Pokemon. Hoenn is a region.
Well, yeah, what about Chespin? Quilladin.
Oh, that's a starter.
Chestnut.
That's the evolves of the earth or grass type starter for
Is that XY?
That is, yes, XY.
I thought so. Yeah, because there's Fennekin
and Finnegan
and Froakie.
Froakie, yes.
Which turns into Greninja.
He does.
He's probably the best one then.
Probably, although Finnegan turning into Delphox is pretty badass.
Psychic's always good.
A Flaming Fox is pretty awesome.
Is that how you describe yourself?
Yep, that is what... Yes, that is what my furry...
I'm the Flaming Fox.
That is what my furry
I thought you were the Flaming Fister.
advert. No, that's a different website.
The Flaming Fister?
Yeah.
Alright. That was a character that Adam once portrayed in our Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
The Flaming Fox is my furry advert on that site. Whatever that is.
Yep. Just stick with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Pokemon are crazy.
Pokemon.
There's too many now, I would say.
There's only like over 600.
There's only like over 600, you know?
Like 650 or so.
There's so many Pokemon, Adam.
There are so many Pokemons.
I like ice Pokemon.
Okay, wait. You played Soul Silver or Heart Gold or?
Nope. I have Alpha Sapphire.
But I thought you played at some point like Silver.
I played Gold and Silver Original. Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. Okay. Do you remember the part where you have to get like this silver feather or something, like Lugia's fucking feather or some shit?
And am I the fucking Pokemon helpline? Is that what you're trying to get out of me here?
Yeah, like I'm trying to find this goddamn Suicune, and I'm going through all these goddamn Whirl Islands, of which there are like 4, and I have to surf.
That's a bitch, if I remember that.
Yeah, it is a bitch. I'm like surfing, and I'm fucking like whirlpooling, and going through caves and shit. I've seen so many fucking Tentacruels, Zubats, and Golbats, and it's driving me nuts.
I'm sorry, Adam.
And there's an old man who wants a fucking like silver wing something, and I think that's from like Lugia. I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know what they want from me. I'm going to the Safari Zone.
Yeah,
I'm heading there.
All
See
right.
what they want.
Good. Get it, girl.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get it. Girl.
Thank you for your update. For Adam's Poke update.
Yeah, 7 badges now, yo. 7 badges.
Oh, I don't even know where I'm at. I think I'm at 3 or 4 in Alpha Sapphire, which I've been playing. And then I put it down because I broke down and bought Fire Emblem Fates.
Yeah.
Birthright.
How's that?
It's good. I've only played the first 4 chapters though, so and 6 is the one where it splits. And I was told to play Conquest, and I was also told don't worry about playing the previous Fire Emblem game that was on DS.
Yeah.
Because they were like, the story in that's okay.
I've heard that was really good though.
I heard it was good, but they were like, if you're gonna play one, you might as well start with this one because the story's better.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that was good. This is better.
Okay.
The story in this one is good. It is fucking crazy. There's just some backstabbing. Like, you basically are part of the Lannister family in this. Because, like, your dad is this maniacal guy who's, like, murdering people. And, like, your fucking brother or your sister wants to bang you. It's crazy. You're like, this is messed up. And then some shit goes down. You end up in the hands of the other side of the battle. And they, like, raise you, basically. And so it's kind of like a...
Like Theon Greyjoy.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like yeah. I mean, it's very like medieval inspired in that way, but it's very much like a, the family that raised you versus your birthright. You know, like
yeah.
So was it Conquest and Birthright?
Something like that.
Are the two? Conquest is the bad guy campaign, but I've heard people that play both, and they said they like the story in that one a little bit better. But it is much, much more difficult. So they said if you're going to play them, because I heard a recommendation saying if you haven't played a Fire Emblem, don't play the other one. It's good, but you might as well play this one because it's better. It's like an improved version of that game. The Game Boy Advance ones are good too, but these are just better. And to play Birthright first, because it's easier, and then you'll get better at the game, and then go through it again and play Conquest. And then, of course, there's Revelation, which is the third perspective of that game. So, but it does seem pretty cool because the idea I've heard that the Conquest storyline is much more of you're like Tyrion, Like you're one of the bad, hated, maniacal family, but you're trying to like make it better from within. You know?
Yeah.
Whereas the other storyline is like you're outcast and you join the rebels to topple them. You know, so two different ways of accomplishing the same goal. I just heard that the conquest is much more difficult. It's much less forgiving. There's no ability to grind in that, basically. So you have to just get through it. And a lot of the battles have win conditions of do like X, Y, and Z in a battle, and not just kill everyone. So it just becomes more complicated. But you know, people are like, that's really good if you're way into the Fire Emblem games, you know, because
I'm sure
is a better, higher difficulty curve with a more rewarding story. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to playing through Birthright though. So I'll probably talk about that some more, as I should get a little bit more of that done. Yeah. But we should talk about the Platinum demo, which we played.
Yes.
We got trailed off a little bit there.
Yes.
So they got an anime coming out, which I saw the first episode's already available.
It is, yeah.
So I could watch it if I wanted to. So there was a weird thing saying, I guess news had come out from Japan that they had to sell 10 million copies to make money on this.
Yeah.
And it sounds like that is not true. That was a mistranslation. That 10 million is their dream for this game. That's their goal. They want to sell 10 million, but they wouldn't have to sell that many to make a profit.
Yeah.
So they're just kind of like, that's their goal. And for reference, the best-selling Final Fantasy game of all time, Final Fantasy VII, I think has sold 12 million copies as of now. So that is a lofty goal.
Yeah, it is.
For the 15th game. So the Platinum demo, you played that? Adam, what's the Platinum demo?
Platinum demo puts you into basically a dream sequence for the main character of Final Fantasy 15, Noctis. Yes. In fact,
little Japan boy
getting like knocked unconscious or something.
Yes, he gets Noctis out.
Yes. And it's basically your dream sequence where you follow Carbuncle around, who guides safely through your dream.
Yes. And I think there's 3 segments. There's like an outdoor, like running around segment. One thing, takeaway from this: the fucking music is amazing in this game already.
Yeah,
I had those songs stuck in my head, and the art style. Yeah, I mean it's fucking Final Fantasy team, you know, they got the art style and music down. I really think this game looks stylistically incredible.
It does.
Like just some of the images that you see of the vehicles. I really kind of like the European like like I don't know how to describe it, like 1940s Europe or 1950s. I don't know. It's kind of like a retro future Europe, basically that it kind of takes place in, which seems really cool. I like the idea of this being kind of like a road trip game.
Yes.
But when you think about it, every single Final Fantasy game has been a road trip game.
That's true.
Because you're basically pretty much every fantasy novel is a road trip when you think about it. But I like the idea that it's an actual fucking car you drive in, which seems really neat. Actually,
it turns into a plane.
Yeah, I mean, yes, they showed that in the little teaser that they had. Oh, that was cool. But the demo, it feels like a tech demo because there's literally like little switches where you can make the change the weather, change the like time of day, so it's kind of showing off the engine a bit. But I don't know, I thought it was neat for free.
Pull out more big bad guys to fight.
Yeah. Spawn more enemies to do fighting with. There was a couple secrets that are kind of fun to find.
Yeah, I mean, actually, as a demo, the previous beta that was out probably works better. Yeah,
that was more of like the actual like part of the game, whereas this is like a proof of concept. Like a tech demo. Obviously, this is a thing that they had like, here's the physics, here's the day-night cycle, here's one of the environments. But it's fun. It was fun to run around in. I don't know. Like, the music was good.
I definitely enjoyed it.
It's real short. I beat it in an hour.
Yeah,
and I was taking my time.
Same here.
I was looking for every single extra piece. But it was fun. It looked really good. Like, it looks really good.
Yeah,
and then it looks bad. Something with that engine is that sometimes it looks incredible, and then sometimes you're like, ugh.
Objects always look good to me. People sometimes look a little weird.
Yeah, that's probably it.
But yeah.
I was digging it. I don't know how much else to say about it, other than it doesn't really show off anything about the game's combat, other than a little single-player one-on-one. Yeah. Did you play that final boss multiple times?
After I beat it once, I brought it back to fight again. I think when you first fight, I think it's like level 3 or something.
Yes, and that's level 15.
Oh, that's level 15. I did beat it there as well.
Yes. I didn't want to try it again.
Yeah, no, neither did I.
Apparently there's what you need to do is spawn him in, and then you can use the air blade or something to run up a wall, actually, is how that weapon works. It doesn't really tell you how it works in the demo. But you can run up a wall to get to a ledge to get another weapon that makes it possible for you to kill the higher level versions. I don't know, just a little combat sandbox there at the end with the boss. But it did feel pretty epic fighting that giant guy. I'm looking forward to it. You know?
Yeah, me too.
It's been a while. 13 was such a downer.
Yeah.
We really should have finished that game, Adam.
Yeah,
we got so far into that game.
I really like 12 quite a bit.
We got 20 hours. You want to hear about 12? The HD remake is coming.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, there was a shot of, I guess, a dev kit or something in some of the promotional images where they had a FF12 HD remaster listed in the achievements. I was like, oh shit! Oh, I can't wait. That game is so good.
That was a good game.
Oh man, that Final Fantasy 12, man. That was one of those games when I played that in college where I started playing it. Like I bought it when it came out. Like the day it came out, I didn't have school or something. It may have been during the summer. I don't remember. But I bought that and I went home and played it. I think I played it at your apartment, right? Or something like that? So I feel like we played it together. Didn't we?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That sounds right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was seriously like we were playing it, and then it was like 12 hours later. Like we seriously sat there for like 10 hours playing that game. It was good. Oh, yeah. I can't wait for that to come out because we only ever got like probably 10 or 20 hours into that thing. So
yeah, probably.
It'll be fun to come back to. I'll definitely drop some Skrilla on that since I never finished it. But that's it really about the Final Fantasy 15. It's coming out on September 30th, so that's exciting. Let's get to the news now. Actually, I got John's pad, but am I all ranted out? I don't know how much time we have left. I might save the pad.
Okay.
I might, because we're already an hour. I might save the pad. I've got an epic rant incoming.
Okay.
John, I can tant it.
Okay.
I've already got 2 entries that are full pages. One is about the refrigerators at the place that I work, and the rise of internet fanboyism that I hate. I would say that just a tant on that, my diatribe that I will have is I feel like writing in TV shows feels like fan fiction sometimes. And it's probably because all of the people writing for TV are fans of fiction. We have become like a third generation of science fiction and sci-fi and fantasy writers at this point, where we're not being influenced by Tolkien and whatnot, but we're being influenced by the people that were influenced by Tolkien and whatnot. So it's kind of a different way. Anyway, that's it. So we won't do John's pad, but let's get to the news. So we already talked about Final Fantasy 15.
Yep.
What about, Adam, do you watch The Walking Dead?
I do.
Did you see the final, the ending of the season?
Of course I did.
I want to get your reaction. I've not watched any of the show past the first season. I watched the first season, the first episode of the second season, and called it quits because that was really bad. That second season, first episode.
Yeah. Not great.
And so I've heard the whole second season is kind of forgettable, especially since it ends. I predicted what happened to Lance, and he was like, "Yeah, that's what happens." I'm like, "Oh, that's dumb." Like there's a little girl that runs away, and have you watched a zombie movie before?
Yeah.
So the little girl becomes a zombie, and then they can't get over it because that's what happens in every goddamn zombie movie.
Pretty much.
And they spend the entire series looking for her, and they find her, and then she's a zombie, and they kill her. And it's like, all right,
Yeah.
that was a waste of a season.
That's early days for the crew. They
Yeah.
don't even blink at that shit now.
I'm sure. But so, as a preface, I haven't watched any of this, but I read about what happened, which is not a spoiler, actually, based on what happened at the end of the episode. So I guess they've been teasing like a character's gonna die at the end of this season, kind of as part of their whole marketing push for this. There's a new character who's introduced who's gonna kill one of your favorites. And so everyone's been waiting for this entire season for the final episode because they're like, oh, it's gonna happen. Oh shit, who's it gonna be? What's going on? And then they're just trying to get away, and this guy's gonna catch him. And what happens, Adam?
I don't know what.
Didn't you see? Didn't you watch it?
No.
What? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
You said you watched it?
Oh, at the very end.
Yes, the thing that the entire season was building up to, Adam. Are you listening to me at all?
Yes.
Okay.
It leaves you on a cliffhanger.
It doesn't even leave you on a cliffhanger.
Well, it's kind of someone dies. You know
It's like, so basically they're like, this guy's gonna kill one of your favorite characters. He's such a badass and he's a scary motherfucker. And then it gets to the final shot of the episode, and it goes to first person, and then the person gets killed in first person, and they're like, who was it? Wait an entire year to find out. And it's
6 months.
That's to me, as someone who watches TV shows, it's such a gigantic fuck you to people because you've been and people did not take it well. People were shocked, but not in the right way. They were like, "You teased this an entire season, and we have to wait until the first episode of the next season for a resolution on this."
Yeah,
like what? Come on. I mean, cliffhangers can be interesting. But not when you build up that there's going to be a resolution all season and then not have it, basically. Because everyone was going into the episode saying, oh, who's it going to be? And then not having an answer is like, what? Why would you do it that way? I don't know. So I guess everyone's going to have to wait for the next season. Enjoy that shit, people that watch that show. I'd bowed out early.
I've got my thoughts.
Yeah. I know who it is, too. It's got to be the Asian guy.
It's supposed to be the Asian guy.
The only reason I think I know that is because I remember him talking about how he was going to be done after this season. So I just assume it's that's Stephen Yoon. He said he was going to be done. So why wouldn't it be him?
I don't think he's ever said he's going to be done.
I think maybe he said that a couple seasons ago, and then he never was gone.
Oh.
I think he said something about how he didn't know if he was going to be in the next season or something, and then he was.
Oh, well, I think he knew about his character's death.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
they just haven't done it yet.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, they don't always follow the comics. They can very easily take out Daryl instead.
Yeah.
Daryl's on another show.
Yeah.
Now.
That's too much.
Called, Ride with Norman Reedus or something.
What? There's 3 shows?
What's the other show?
Isn't there Fear of Walking Dead?
He's not in that. That's a prequel.
Well, I'm saying there's 3 Walking Dead properties.
No, the other one's not Walking Dead property.
Oh.
Norman Reedus is in another show.
Wait, what? What are you saying? Wait, is Norman Reedus the name of an actor?
Yes.
Oh, I thought, what? What does it matter that he's in another show?
Well, people were thinking that maybe he was leaving the show.
Because he's
going to be in something else.
Got it.
So, I mean, it could be him.
Could be. We'll see. We'll see. It's dumb though for you to as a show cliffhanger not just a character death, but not knowing even who it is. Because at least with Game of Thrones, and spoiler, you should have watched the last season already. But Jon Snow's death, you know that he's dead, or at least he's dying. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not like who did they attack? I don't know. Tune in. Like, it's like, come on, at least you know who it is. I don't know. It just seems like a step too far to me. That's it. So that happened for people that watch that show. Suicide Squad. Did you hear the news about that?
No.
After your favorite movie, the
yeah,
Batman versus Superman had one of the most precipitous box office drops in the second week.
Is this when they're talking about like adding more humor or something?
Yes. They're reshooting the movie to make it seem less serious.
Well, they're adding reshoots, which doesn't necessarily mean like they're made it sound like they're kind of going out the entire thing. They're adding a couple scenes to make it more funny. Yeah.
Yes. They said the goal of the reshoots is to make this film more fun for the audience and to make the characters more appealing. In doing so, it's not just additional jokes being added, but actually changing some of the interactions between characters. I already thought that movie looked a little goofy.
I did too. Like, I didn't think it needed that.
But apparently it was not. Of course, in an interview with Entertainment Tonight, one of the movie's stars said they were adding extra action sequence and not centering it around additional comedic sequences. He said, I thought the movie's already funny enough. Possibly, whatever. I don't really know. But all I know is that after the box office success, I mean, of the Batman vs. Superman, it still did really well.
Yeah.
It did cost almost $300 million to make.
Yeah.
But it made over $600 million worldwide. So it's not like it didn't make money, but I think
still only week 2. Like,
yeah, but I mean, with the drop off that it had, it's not going to have a super long tail. Probably it'll just
maybe.
But I mean, still, I mean, it made money. But it's obvious that they're like, okay, we need to make sure if we're building DC's universe up to fight against, you know, the Marvel comics movies, we need to make sure we're really being perfect. So I think the reshoots are kind of like, we just need to make sure this movie's perfect. So let's tweak it a bit, you know, like, because I think there's a lot riding on this being good.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because if this is good, because this is not necessarily the Guardians of the Galaxy type situation, but it's kind of similar in a way, in that it's at least somewhat related to the characters, but not really. I don't know. It's because like the way the Guardians of the Galaxy is like, yeah, it takes place in the Marvel universe, and there's like some crossover, but like it's basically a different style. So if they want to kind of have this as a like a Suicide Squad 1 and 2 companion, it's got to be good, you know, like, because Marvel's not been making bad movies. They're all pretty good.
Yeah.
So it's kind of tough. But I don't know. The trailer looks great for these movies. All the Suicide Squad trailers look great. Margot Robbie looks awesome as Harley Quinn. So I don't know. I'm excited for this. I hope it's really good. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm hyped. Oh boy, I got this EVE Online thing. So have you heard of the EVE Online war that's happening right now?
No, but I'm not surprised.
It is one of the largest wars ever in the history of the game. This may be the largest battle ever in the world of EVE Online. So EVE Online is an MMO. That's a space trading simulator kind of MMO game with a lot of combat as well. It's very much like Star Citizen, but much less, not like Twitch combat, you know, like this is more flying ships around and mining and trading and using ships. It's much more, I guess, maybe like what space combat may be like, where you have giant barges just shooting lasers at each other from afar, holding on to like areas of territory. I don't know. So let me taint this because I want to get a couple more sources on this because it's still kind of developing as we go right now. This war, but it is. I guess there's a website. I Want ISK, which is a gambling site where Eve players can take their in-game money and play slots with their in-game money. And in Eve, you can use in-game currency to buy playtime rather than paying a monthly fee to play this game. So the in-game money does have a monetary value to it in some ways. So basically, someone from a faction ticked off one of the bankers behind the online gambling, a player named Iron Bank, so badly they hired an in-game mercenary group to harass fleets in the sector. The entire effort snowballed, so now Iron Bank and the other bankers at I Want ISK, this gambling website, are basically like an argument over an in-game gambling website or an out-of-game gambling website has snowballed. It's just like a world war. You know what I mean? Like the killing of the Archduke of how did World War I start? Adam?
Assassination of Duke Ferdinand.
Ferdinand, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes. Gavrilo Princip assassinates Franz Ferdinand. And so this is kind of like this one guy ticked off this one guy, and now like millions and millions of in-game dollars are being funneled into this like entire universe-wide conflict now, basically, because all of these alliances have basically glommed onto each other, and just like a world war. You just kind of have, well, I'm backing this guy, well, I'm backing this guy, turning into incredible. And it seems like some of these like alliances, Adam, are like getting new people to play and then just giving them a ton of money and stuff and saying, get on the front lines. Basically, they're basically like bankrolling like mercenaries. Basically, it's crazy. Oh man. Somebody said they got to write a book about the history of Eve. That book exists. Someone's already writing that, actually. I think it's coming out later this year. So that'll be kind of an incredible read because Eve is kind of one of those crazy online simulation games that is very much feels like real life. Because everything kind of happens in real time in the game, which is kind of awesome. So, yeah. So they actually talk about how a lot of these online Eve online fleets have to have people from different like time zones, basically. So you can have someone at all times like on in your sector making sure nobody's coming and invading your space that you own, which is crazy. I don't know. It seems like one of those games that would be so much fun to get into, but it would basically take your entire life over.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have like, yeah.
But apparently, if you want to join up with this one faction, they get this online bankrolling people to join their side. So
yeah, I don't know.
This is crazy.
Seems shady.
Oh my god. Oh. Anyway, it's just good because like they're literally like putting hits out on players and giving them in-game currency, which is like, I don't know. It seems so neat to me. Like this is like what you want your online game to be. You know what I mean? Like the freedom to do stuff like put hits out on other players and do some crazy shit. And like, you've heard the stories of like people infiltrating corporations in the game and then like earning their trust all the way up to the highest level and then just stealing everything and running off, which happens a bunch. It's crazy. Anyway, so yeah. I think EVE Online's a really cool thing, and it
is. It's just a crazy ecosystem, and like crazy politics. And
one interesting thing about the way that the battles happen is that the way that the calculations work on the server is that as more people join a battle, the time slows down, and the entire game, like the entire sector. So everything's moving in slow motion, because there's when you have thousands of ships in an area shooting at each other. The calculations are insane. So anyway, that's it. Really, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So if you're listening to EVE Online or playing EVE Online right now and you're out in the front lines, I'm just saying, stay frosty out there, stay safe. It's a hard time out there in EVE Online right now for people. If you're just a regular old moisture farmer out in one of those planets, there's a whole war happening around you. That just seems so cool. It's kind of like the dream I had for the Star Wars Galaxies game when it came out. It's kind of what they tried to sell it as, like a living, breathing Star Wars Rebellion versus Empire world, and it just never was that, Hopefully, Star Citizen should be that, right? When's that coming out? Ever? Is that never coming out? I haven't heard anything in a long time.
Was there something up there about later this year? Or...
I don't fucking know. He said 2016.
Okay.
For Squadron 42, which is the single-player game with the narrative and all that, and then the beta release of the universe, the Persistent Universe MMO. So a big chunk of it, but not all of it. So
yeah,
they want it by the end of the year. I hope that's good. I haven't backed it. I'll buy it if it's good. Make it. I'll spend $60 on it if it's good. So hopefully it comes out. Because I love me some space games.
Yeah. And
EVE Online just isn't to my suiting. I played it a bit, but even talking about it now makes me kind of want to try it. It seems kind of fun. Do we have anything else to chat about? I've got some more stuff, but I don't know if I want to go into it and make it ranty. I don't know. We may just have to end it. It's late.
Yeah, it is.
Adam took an hour to get ready for this.
Indeed.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about, Adam, while I got you here?
I don't think so.
No?
Website should be good for another year.
All right.
Up and rolling there.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it. What's that website?
That is bornintheeighties.net.
.net.
I let the AdamLham.net go.
Oh my God, Adam.
Into the universe.
How could you?
I don't know. I don't know. I got the .com. I figured why keep holding on to
Oh, you already have the .com?
Yeah. I had both, but I don't know. Somebody wants the .net. They can have it.
Oh my God. Adam, domain names are fun.
They are.
Did you know? I'm gonna look at GoDaddy right now. Can I get johnroe.cool? johnroe.cool, $40.
Man. Nice.
There's so many good ones now. johnroe.club. johnroe.guru. johnroe.us. Look at all these great ones. johnroe.tips. johnroe.club. I like johnroe.club. There's some fun new ever since they opened up the top level domains. They get a bunch of new ones. There's some good ones. Adam, did you know that there's a johnroe.photography? .photography is a URL now.
Okay.
It only makes sense.
Did not know you had one of those. No.
I'm not saying I have it. I'm just saying that these are new options. What about AdamLham.luxury?
I don't have that one.
AdamLham.land. .coffee. .solutions. AdamLham.singles. No. AdamLham.ninja.
Ooh, I like that.
.ninja. Yeah, anyway. Actually, I heard about this. Somebody bought the .wedding one. There's a whole thing about these top-level domains that, I guess you can go in and spend a couple $100,000 to own it, and then you get a licensing fee off of every URL, basically, that's made with it. That's pretty cool. That seems like a good way to make money if you think you can make money. So they're like, do your wedding registry at a .wedding address. You know? Like, John.wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Anyway, I gotta get to bed.
Yeah.
That's a week for us. I tanted. John's pad will be returning next week.
Yeah.
Adam will, I don't know, do something. Adam, can I give you homework?
You can try.
Well, Adam, if you could find some time in the next week to do something for me.
What's that?
I got this Crunchyroll subscription.
Oh, no.
And I want to watch some animes.
Yeah.
I need help. There's too many.
Okay.
Adam, as the spring anime premiere season has started, there's some new stuff out there. I want the Adam Ham anime beat.
Okay.
What's going on in the world of anime, and what's good stuff of like the last 5 years.
All right.
So what I'm asking your homework to do is be knowledgeable about anime, which sounds like a chore, I know, but I hope you will enjoy that because I'm trying to find something to watch. I need to watch more Sword Art Online. I watched a couple episodes of that. Other than that, I don't know what to watch because there's too many options. So I need Adam to help. And maybe Adam can help you.
Maybe.
So tune in next week. Website's bornintheeighties.net. You want to leave a comment, you can there. Subscribe to us on iTunes. All that shit. You know this fucking shit. It's episode 211. Just think, 100 more episodes and we'll be 311.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That's
like 2 years away.
Yeah.
Adam will be 33, 34. I'll be too old. Anyway. Well, thanks for listening. And Adam, Adam, think of your word of the week while I vamp for a little bit. Be kind to your neighbors. That's what I gotta say.
Be kind to your neighbors.
Be kind, rewind.
Uh-huh.
That you gotta rewind all the hatred.
Okay.
Adam, what's your word of the week?
Stealth umbrella.
Stealth umbrella. Adam? Gone with the trend of
phrase
breaking the word of the week by either being not a real word or a phrase. So what is a stealth umbrella? What is that in reference to?
I don't know. Just right off the top of the head. That's pure Adam right there.
That's pure Adam. Stealth umbrella.
Stealth umbrella.
Is that
it's
just
like an umbrella, but it's also stealthy in case you're like,
sneaking around?
Sneaking around.
So it's like a Harry Potter, invisibility cloak, but an umbrella.
I figured it's like an item in some kind of 80s arcade game.
Okay, yeah. I could see it. Pick up the stealth umbrella. We gotta use it to get through this level.
Right, yeah. It
Fair
protects
enough.
you from above, and also, you look like the bad guys.
That's right. All right, we gotta end this.
All right.
All right. Adam. They called him Adam. Adam. His internet is failing. He is an alien. Mine's working. Did you know that it is International Men's Jewelry Week, says Woot.com? Well, geez. That sounds just ridiculous. We've got, first thing, Chaps men's chino pants. That's not jewelry, that is pants. Some short sleeve tees. Ladies spring trap. I'm really not seeing men's jewelry anywhere on this page for Men's Jewelry Month or week. There is some titanium men's rings. Whoa. Blackjack men's bracelets. We're talking about some leather men's bracelets. Jesus, men's religious jewelry. Come on. Like, men's jewelry is just watches. That's how it should be. Adam, you still there? Adam, you died. Adam's computer died. Which is funny, because my computer is the one that dies. They call him Flipper. Did you ever watch Flipper? It was a weird show. I feel like Flipper was kind of like a constant, like, it was like a night boat. Like, everything had to be happening around the marina in Flipper. Like, everything had to be nearby. Okay, y'all ready for this? I don't believe you. I need to. Well, let's hear it.
I'm glad you to start.
Let's hear it for the boy.
You can do the start.
It's already started.
Oh.
The broadcast has begun.
Indeed.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.